can't end this game without bringing this one up. Emmanuel Veth, I mean, what doesn't he do with the Bundesliga? Forbes writer, podcast, does it all. One of our favorite Twitter accounts we follow. He tweeted out, which, you knew was going to blow up, asking the question, potentially with the role that Kai's playing in right now, could we see him as an heir to Lewandowski? Something that we've talked about, I think we even talked about it last week, is where would Kai play? If he comes to Bayern, where would he play? And as things stand, it does look like he might end up staying at Leverkusen a bit longer, as Timo Werner will likely stay at Leipzig, which we'll talk about as well. But given that, could it be a blessing in disguise for Bayern to buy some time and then potentially have Kai as a Lewandowski heir? Can you see it? Do you think? I mean, looking downstream a little bit, you've got those pacey wingers. You'll be playing with them in the national team. I don't know, man.
I could totally see that. I mean, he's clearly proven that he can play in a position like that. You got to assume that at the same general time frame, you're going to lose the likes of Thomas Muller, both of similar ages, both getting up there. Clearly they're aware that they're coming towards the end of their they're playing careers. You have Goretzka, who's looking really well there as well. Is the Goretzka Kai connection with Kimmich as well in that midfield? Is the Bayern Germany connection that we've seen so often, is that the next step? I love the idea of it. I think that'd be a great matchup. I'm a huge fan of the pairing of Goretzka and Kai, and I know you love when Goretzka gets to play up higher. It's two really big, strong guys who have an ability to find the goal. And we've joked around about Goretzka being, a striker with his size there. Maybe they can play off of each other like that, and then you put in, the likes of Asane and Gnabry on the wings. That's a dangerous, dangerous lineup that could be good for years and years.
Speaking of Goretzka, we'll have to tweet this out, but if you haven't seen him lately, man's been putting in some work in quarantine. Which might explain some of the form.
Well, if you look at this morning, there was a side-by-side picture of him and Lewandowski, both in the same flexing position, and Goretzka was bigger.
Oh yeah, he bulked up. I mean, you remember this is he's always had a little size to him, but coming from Schalke, I mean, he was a little lanky,
Yeah.
He's not messing around. And that's something that, I mean, we won't get on Bayern right now, but just speaking of Goretzka, because he does catch a lot of hate. But the work ethic, I think, is just phenomenal to get where he is. And that's why I still have a lot of faith in him. I think that he works his tail off, and, he only gets better with time. But yeah, it's just interesting because, I mean, that the Lewandowski, the whole conversation is funny to me, because I feel like, every once in a while it'll come up, okay, we gotta get an idea for the future, but it almost feel like kind of in similar fashion with Roberto and Robin, when they just continue to put up performance after performance. Ultimately, I think injuries, plague them, which, knock on wood, Lewandowski really has never had. Continues to ball at a super high level, but it's just a good problem to have, I guess. You got guys that continue to perform at that level. Kind of a similar situation with Neuer, is how do you integrate the next chapter? Because we've seen so many clubs fail at that, the likes of your Barcelonas and your Reals, and I guess even United to some extent. But yeah, I think that Kai could be an answer, because the wings seem to be set for the future, as you said, with the likes of Gnabry, Coman, and then Sane coming in very young, could be playing for years. So I think that focal point at the top would be the next question mark in the next couple seasons for Bayern. But we'll see.